Here at Before You Dig Australia, we are proud to announce that we have conducted Australia's first ever groundbreaking research to reveal the true economic burden of preventable utility strikes. It's a costly problem that can no longer be ignored. Every year, more than 15,000 utility strikes are causing damage, disruption and injuries. They're impacting infrastructure projects, endangering workers, and driving up the cost to utility supply and construction projects. Utility strikes don't just delay projects. They can bring entire streets, communities, essential services, and commercial centres to a complete standstill. And now, here at Before You Dig, we have the numbers to prove it. These incidents are costing the Australian economy a staggering $4.6 billion every year. The indirect impacts such as lost productivity, project delays, business disruptions and community costs are 32 times higher than the direct cost of any given repair. And here at Before You Dig, we know that many strikes are not reported, which means we are magnifying the hidden cost every day. But here's some good news. Our research at Before You Dig confirms that we can absolutely turn this problem around. We have spent the last 18 months gathering data and insights from across the industry. We've been actively listening to the challenges of working around Australia's vast and complex underground networks. It's from these insights and this work that we have identified 3 major reforms that can reduce the economic burden by upwards of 30% annually, saving Australians $1.3 billion every year. Firstly, we need nationally consistent legislation for underground asset protection and management. A unified approach to mandating the Before You Dig service for both listing assets and using the service to plan projects could prevent upwards of 10% of utility strikes, translating to $322 million in savings every year. Secondly, we must establish minimum data accuracy standards and a national digital underground asset register. A centralised digital asset register with consistent data accuracy could reduce accidental strikes by improving project planning by upwards of 17%, saving Australia $782 million every year. Finally, but just as importantly, we need to uplift the skills and capabilities in utility risk management for every worker that breaks ground. By mandating risk management training for a workforce across all roles and trades that break ground, we could lower strike incidents by close to 10%, contributing $368 million in annual savings, but most importantly, keeping our workers safe. These reforms will absolutely make a difference. But Before You Dig cannot do it alone. We need industry-wide cooperation to make these changes a reality. Join us in championing these critical reforms in legislation, data accuracy, and workforce training. Together, as a collective industry, we can safeguard lives, protect essential infrastructure, minimise disruption to community and business, and lift the economic burden of utility strikes for all Australians. So I ask, will you join us?